Good morning, this is totally random.
Featuring Franz Maruna and Andrew Embler.
Welcome to Totally Random. Today, the 27th of April. This is your this is your weekly news and talk show with concrete5. If you know and love concrete5 and you got some questions on how you might approach a problem in it, this would be the right place to do that. So you should think of those questions and post them in there in the chat room because we don't have a whole lot to talk about today.
No,
this is going to be a
free form,
lightweight. I'm not saying that we didn't prepare. Just saying that we didn't do much.
We keep it fancy free and loose.
In news, we updated concrete5.org. That was the big news this week. Took some effort. We also stuck it on a new server that we're really excited about.
Yeah,
so it should be. Shouldn't have any of those slow issues when we get spidered by Google, Yahoo, and whatever the hell YodaBot is all at the same time. So that's nice. New fast server, new sexy features, all sorts of new badges to make Minkers happy.
Yeah, lots of. I think we probably put like 50 new badges on there.
All very pretty. Thank you, Robert. Good stuff.
Very new PRB.
Very new PRB.
Talking about for a long time.
Yeah,
up there.
A lot of promises. There it is. It's nice. I'm sure there'll be some tweaks to it over time, as with all things. But it is much more graceful and kind of managed experience where you feel like you're submitting something to a well thought out operational flow that is faster than you, which is what we want.
As opposed to like throwing it into the ocean and hoping that the bottle comes back one day with an approved slip.
Denied.
I'm on this island.
So that's good. That's all up there, and we're excited to see the PRB approve things faster with an even higher level of quality.
Yeah,
we win twice. So that's good, and it's a pleasure to do.
Yeah.
And
very pleased with those updates.
I think that's news. I don't think we did anything else.
No, not this week.
Particularly important this week. So that's good stuff. Shall we open the karma machine? Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Gonna look at some karma here. Looks like we've got weekly winners. Woo! Looks like John the Fish won a copy of the Dojo Folio Slider.
Nice.
For helping people. And Canon F700 won the infamous dealer locator for promoting the project, as did 5 Jazz for doing work. So that's sweet. Thank you. All those different types of things are important, and we really appreciate everything that you're doing. And I guess some related news, we did update a couple of different events that weren't really doling out karma, now are. So being active in the PRB, Wingy Karma and stuff like that. So and we'll continue to tweak that. So great.
Yeah. What is it? Reporting, invalidating, or verifying and invalidating bugs gets you karma.
Yep.
You get karma. You get extra karma if a bug that you report ultimately does turn out to be a real issue.
Yeah, if you report a bug and I validate it, you get karma as well because you're the person who took the effort to post it in the first place, which we do appreciate, even if we don't always immediately run around and do something about it.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got any pictures for people who sent in stickers or anything like that, man?
Yeah, we got a few karma picks this week. This one is from Walsey.
What? Oh, Walsey. Cool. Nice. It's prominently displayed in his bookshelf.
Yeah.
I was checking out the books on the shelf and the DVDs in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Do you like what you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Top Gun. Great
Oh,
Top Gun.
yeah. All right, on.
Got a photo from Wagdi.
What time is it?
Concrete 5 time.
That's right. Time to get C5.
And another view of the clock too, with a cool string art, I think, diagram, maybe the subway system or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
the British subway. That's the UK.
Underground or something.
That's the tubes, I believe, is what we would call that.
See.
Very nice.
And we got a couple cool ones from Bert Alton, as always.
Tube singular.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Look at that. Bert has one of everything. He's my hero. Bert has a truck. What else does Bert have?
Oh,
Freaking badass bike? Where's the airplane and the Iron Maiden? Or the Iron Maiden airplane? Nice. All right. Well, thank you. It's
That's
good to see
awesome.
that stuff come in. It's always fun to see our stickers on stuff, and we appreciate that. And we're starting a new thing where you can send us a postcard. Let's look at that thing, Matt.
We now present the postcard party.
Send Quartine a portrait of your personality. Prepare to participate and join our postcard posse.
There you go.
But do we have a postcard for the postcard party?
No.
Okay, we're just showing
No,
you.
we just built the balloon.
Oh, that's
and we
cool.
figured
It's
everything
worth it.
else would just kind of mature around
Yeah,
it.
send
So,
a postcard.
send us a postcard and we'll stick it on the wall, and then I don't know, maybe we'll take pictures of the wall over time or something. Do a time lapse. That'd be cool.
That would be super cool.
Love me some time lapse. So yeah, we've got a couple of things on our wall in the not in here in the lounge, but in the workroom. People have sent us. Trigera crew has sent us a picture of them in our bright T-shirts, which
Yeah,
is nice.
that's sweet.
Things like that kind of
pictures.
started to trickle up on the wall. Greg went to Japan, and we got a postcard from Greg there. So yeah, let's cover up our wall with stuff, and then we'll take pictures of it and do a time lapse, and I don't know, we'll send you nice stuff back. If you
Sounds
do it.
great.
We'll interact in cool ways. So yeah, that'd be great. Sweet. What else? Did we do any PRB stuff this week amongst
You know,
rebuilding everything, or did we?
I did not. I feel like some people did a pass early on in the week.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Matt?
let's see. Well, I'll run the animation quick here.
And now it's time for the peer review ball.
Featuring new themes and add-ons.
Oh
Alright.
boy.
Looks like there's stuff in there.
Yeah. It's like things got approved. Quickie Resources Bundle 1. And J Quickie. It's like there's some good stuff happening. All right.
Is that really the two things?
So this, I think, bundles in with a jQuickie add-on that was released earlier in the week from John Fish. We were trying to get stuff out the door before the new PRB hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so this one works with his other add-on. It's got a bunch of sliders, scrollers, tables, validation, and browser detection.
Awesome.
A bunch of developer tools as usual. And
jQuickie.
here's the actual jQuickie add-on.
Okay.
So,
This is the one that one extends.
Oh, nice. So that one's free, but it requires this guy.
Sure.
Got it.
Fair enough. All right.
It's a JavaScript development environment with a concrete5 block. What does that look like? That sounds exciting.
You have to click the word now. Yeah.
things have changed.
Probably a little
Things
annoying.
have changed.
Well, yes, there's the Adblock interface. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Whoa, it's an ID.
Huh? Look at that.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you're doing actual JavaScript development from within the browser on a page, this would probably be pretty useful.
What?
What did those red guys say?
First one says, only these global symbols will be allowed through validation. The second one says, use this selector for a blank div.
Ah,
Sweet.
sweet. Just like dragging the people from our crew that approved these things in here.
What? Like dress them down? Like,
I
hey,
have
what
no
is
clue
this?
as to what the hell we're talking about.
This looks great, but I don't understand it.
What is this? Cool.
Sweet.
All
Nice
right.
work, John the Fish.
Nice.
Looks like there were some more things in there.
Yeah, there are a few more of these. The next one is another one from John the Fish. And this is front end list magic. So it makes page file and image lists show what you want, not what the lister gives you.
Okay. Sounds. I like those ducks.
Yeah. He knows a way to...
Goes way to the heart.
It's got a magic control.
All right, magic control, front and left, magic edit, drag to sort. Wow, modified list. Okay.
Huh. Very cool.
Sorting, dragging.
Cool.
Nice.
Sweet. We've
That's
got a
cool,
lot
John
of
Fish.
options there. You can go back and check out the next one.
Tweet the download.
We also got one called Tweet the Download. This one's from 12345J. I checked this out,
wow.
and kind of interesting how it works is it prompts you to tweet something to your Twitter account and checks your Twitter account and see if you've actually tweeted it, and then depending on that, we'll give you the option to download the file.
That sounds annoying and very, very useful.
Oh yeah, that's straight solo.
Yeah, that's very much like these like software bundle type
Social thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I could see a lot of
hot stuff.
software shops wanting to do that, especially for beta,
Sure.
or, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, all the appeal of Groupon with all the
Yeah,
sexiness
exactly.
of Twitter. Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's neat. That's an add-on that we would not have thought to build.
No, that's a handy one to have.
Bootstrap image gallery.
Okay. Always use another image gallery.
So it looks like
It's nice having a live demo.
this is from Hostco. I'll go check out the live demo and see what that's all about.
Costco's still rolling with the themes on the side of his
I was just
add-ons,
thinking
which
that,
still
too.
probably looks horrible in people's in-site shopping experience, guys.
But whatever.
Whatevs. Who wants to sell stuff?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's pretty. Nice. I like
Yes.
how the Twitter, I'm sure when they wrote that style guidelines for button colors, it
Yeah.
all made so much sense.
It totally,
applied
it
all
totally
over.
did. At the beginning, it was
Yeah.
like, well, there's
Green's
danger,
optional,
there's
blue's optional.
confirm, and then info is
So
blue,
cover everything.
and then warning.
Now here we are, the rainbow.
Well, blue stands for tiger, and green is for lady.
Oh, everything falls apart in the real world. But
That's
nice,
cool.
that's a good
I like
image
that.
slider. That's handy to have.
Cool gallery.
All right, we got another one called 360 Image.
Cool.
Check this out. Lets you show your products in an appealing and informative way.
Oh, it's just the wraparound deal.
Yeah, let's see.
God, I used to
Here.
build these by hand for Logitech. Painful way to make money.
It's got a bunch of
The
options
reasons
here.
one would need flash quickly.
It's like there's a video, but you can rotate, and you can change the rotate direction, resize images to fit your layout. Looks like there's a lot of options here, so
Cool.
Very
It's
cool.
free too, so you can take it for a spin without worrying.
spin.
nice.
Oh, you said spin.
Oh, I did, and I
Yeah.
totally meant to. It wasn't just a thing that I said.
Just keep going and going.
But yeah, these came after last.
This was, Friday afternoon, I think.
Yeah. Responsive light. Looks like a fancy QR code, but I don't think it is. I think it's a graphic.
I don't know, it looks like that, whose icon is that? Some geek.net, something, I've seen something like that before.
That logo right there?
Yeah.
No, the
sir.
squiggly one.
The
Oh, that one.
squiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Laughing Squid, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Geek Planet thing.
That's cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Elegant,
7 H-types.
simple.
That's cool.
It's like this theme is ready to go out in the town. Ready for a big night.
In the classic black dress.
The classic black dress. She's ready for anything.
All right, we got one called Social Inviter. This is from Haneker, and check it out. This is an add-on for Social Login, his other add-on,
Cool.
recently released. Let's see some screenshots.
Oh,
Invite your friends.
those are my friend. Oh, that's my Facebook feed or something.
Cool.
Cool.
Nice. So do you add this to a page and it gives them the ability to invite users to the site? Is that correct?
By clicking the icon of the social network, people can select some of their friends, message, and invite people to your site.
Cool.
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 So prepared.
Flex slider. Did we do this?
I think
that's
we've
that
reached
was
the
it.
end.
We made it back.
That was
We did.
it. All right.
Nice one.
Got through that.
Well, I'm very intrigued to see the amount of add-ons approved in the next 7 days.
Yeah, I think there's probably going to be a little bit of a bump. If you are in the PRB, you should go check it out and make sure that you're like subscribed to the different threads you want to be. Like, we try to run some queries to kind of get people back to where we thought they should be. But everything's a lot better now. You just get, if you're in the PRB, you just get a notification on new submissions, and then if you're involved with that submission, you're going to get additional threads on it without the huge BCC list. And like, that's all good. But that means that if you had been contributing on an add-on, it's quite possible that you're not monitoring it right now.
Yes, exactly. So before, any message would just get CC'd to everyone on the list, which was a not particularly graceful way to handle that.
Yeah.
So now we handle it more like our monitoring stuff on in the forums. Yeah. So the owner of an add-on is subscribed to it. They can unsubscribe to it if they want, but if your add-on has no activity for 30 days, it gets removed summarily.
So get in there and look at the stuff that you're looking at, make sure that everything's set right.
Yeah.
I gave you one Fun with Forum thread and a showcase to look at, so we could open the Fun with Forums box.
Introducing Fun in the Forum!
Never ceases to amuse. It's been hard finding fun forum threads this week. Just a strangely terse week from our community.
It was
expecting some highly technical or political drama to bring up or avoid today, and just really nothing. But there was this a week ago. You got to scroll way down. This is ancient. In fact, if you look at the URL field on this, it is CID 203.
Oh wow!
Which means this post started like it was a 203rd page on our website.
Dude, I think if you install Concrete now, you don't even like that's a dashboard.
That's a
page now.
That's awesome.
That is.
So this is an old school thread. This is the sticky post for the internationalization forum, and it's always been a little awkward if you're coming to Concrete5 for the first time. And you're worried about internationalization stuff, there just really wasn't a single place to get the skinny. There was
I believe
a list of pages in the community section of like, well, here's other sites for local guys. There's kind of like some really quickly written docs on how to install stuff. So anyway, someone posted recently like, I have no idea what to do, and it's not the first time I'd seen that kind of sensibility, so I said, Matt, tell them what to do! And Matt took the liberty of writing this pretty new doc page, internationalization overview. It just kind of runs down the different types of things you're worried about. There's interface, there's translate, is using a different translated, or the add-ons? No. Some of them might be, there's doing your site, and we'll talk about the two different, free and the expensive internationalization enterprise solutions for it. There's how to make your database behave. There's everything that you need to know. A good starting point on everything. This is the from the international page in the docs, developer docs now. So
I assume that links over to MyDjango and all that everywhere to grab the actual app localization files, stuff like that.
I wouldn't assume, but it'd be cool if it did.
Yeah,
there you go.
There we go. So this is the stuff we added a little while ago for how to actually get Concrete5 the app in your language, but then as always, this kind of we've improved and extended things so that now internationalization doesn't actually just mean Concrete5, it means a whole host of different stuff.
All sorts of stuff. So there you go. There's a better documented solution for a learning challenge.
Thread should probably.
Thank you, Matt.
It's an awesome time capsule, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's like 2008.
Yeah, so that's cool. That was the only forum thread that I thought was particularly compelling.
Sweet.
Although I did find a showcase one. Actually, Julia found a showcase one I thought was pretty cool. So we could show the showcase one, just kind of throw it in the Fun with Forums thing. There you go. This is unfortunately not the enchanted forest between us and Salem, which is awesome. But
they
this
should fight.
Also, they should. Enchanted forest fight. People. Yeah, this is like the one in BC, I think. Looks pretty cool. Pretty website. It's all scrunched up weird because of the use streaming, but fun. We got, looks like hobbits and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
Concrete5, baby. So yeah, pretty sight. Thanks for submitting it to the showcase. It's always good to see good stuff in there.
Ooh, goodness.
Oh, that's nice. Adeline. Like, yeah. Okay. Hey, ducks!
Whoa.
I love it!
Those are like the same.
Those are my ducks! It's awesome.
That is awesome.
Now you know it's a duck.
Yeah. There's some ducks in there.
So there's that. Did you get anything in Git?
I did.
Let's do it.
What did we get in Git?
Yeah, so I sent this to you, Matt, if you want to follow that link. We haven't done too much Git review this week because of the updates to the site and everything like that, but I did approve something this morning that, in the next few weeks, there's going to be things that we'll take that look good. We just haven't pulled in. I pulled this into the master branch this morning. These are 3 new events that I think people will probably find use for if you are writing add-ons that hook into Composer in any way. So this is by Sky Blue Sofa. He added events for whenever a Composer draft is published or saved or deleted. So
Nice.
if this kind of first we had events for when just when pages were deleted or added in the system, etc. But as we've added stuff like Composer, if you want to have your system hook into Composer and deal with that and know when something is being messed with in Composer versus added on the front page, it might be kind of useful. So I can imagine blogging add-ons making use of this,
Sure.
being able to report based on posts that are in draft status, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And be able to show who published when. You could use this to build your own workflow. So whenever somebody publishes, whenever they finally publish a Composer draft, send a message.
Yeah, it's great.
Not-
Flushing out some structure that kind of existed in the first place.
Yeah.
But just not rethinking anything deep.
Yeah.
But totally useful addition that it's not insignificant. Those events are going to really make a difference to someone.
And a nice example of what is cool about this is the second commit in that or the second modification to the file. If you switch back to the browser window, Matt, in that libraries events.php, right there, this is an example of somebody taking the time to kind of think this through a little bit, because I might honestly not have, if we could have easily added these events if someone requested them, but clearly you can add events in multiple ways, and so they added the individual one up at the top, but there's also a way to basically say anytime a page type is worked with, let's turn on events for that entire page type, and that method is called extend page type, and they have added the 3 events they added to the core at the bottom as well in that setting, or in that section as well, which is just a nice example of somebody not just doing the easiest portion of the problem, but really kind of taking the time to understand the full picture of how the system works and adding it in both spots.
Make it a lot easier for you to approve it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott Musopo. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Are we into how do we do that? I think we're on.
I think so.
I think so. God.
How would we do that?
Nationalization.
All right. What do we got? Give us something to talk about.
Okay, let's see.
Oh boy.
Okay, looking through our list of not so populous questions here.
Everybody's prepared today.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Bogdanez, I'm gonna totally butcher that screen name. He asks, or they ask, I guess it could be anyone.
Or she.
Yeah, he or she. They ask how to programmatically add, remove, or change a page attribute.
That's pretty easy. You can if you have access to the page object, you can just excuse me. You can just call set attribute, and the first parameter is the handle of the attribute you want to set, and the second parameter is the value that you want to set. So if you have access to a page object and you say set attribute, if you say exclude _nav and put 1 as the argument, or the second argument, then you will have that page be excluded from nav. Just like you set the checkbox through the UI.
Just like it.
Just like it.
Yeah.
Cool. We got one from Wagdy. And they ask, have we seen the new Flickr uploader? And is there any chance of implementing something similar to that?
I've not seen the new Flickr uploader. I know lots of exciting things are happening in the world of uploading these days.
I haven't seen-
HTML5 and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great if there was a improved multi-file uploader in the next version of concrete5.
No, that's not so.
Let's see.
Doesn't lose anything for verbosity, does
It's raising the bar on web uploading.
Well, I'd like to raise a bar.
Raising the
I
bar.
don't want a brief history.
It's raising the bar on web hyperbole.
Yeah, I think that it'd be great to lose Flash. I think that, great to drag and drop.
Yeah, that's something we would totally approve if
Yeah,
somebody
if it
got it
really
in there in a
worked,
really
yeah.
thoughtful way. And I would love to have not only an HTML5 multi-uploader,
Yeah.
and then we could ditch Swift upload, because it does work, but the code for Swift upload, and the fact that it's Flash sucks, but also the JavaScript that hooks into it, it would be nice if we could modernize that.
Yeah, it's
unfortunately.
funky. And it doesn't always work great.
Yeah, and then the having a drag and drop for a single uploader would be pretty awesome. The
Yeah.
same way Gmail
Oh,
does.
both. I mean, I'd like to be able to drag a bunch of things in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely could be rethought. I think the only thing to look out for is making an interface too complicated for the casual visitor. I don't think it's amazing right now, but the ability to upload a single file quickly from the file manager without loading additional pop-ups and stuff is key to a lot of people.
Yeah.
They just want to browse and upload now.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Then you
set
get
on
other
the
stuff.
flow for both of
Yeah.
them, to be honest with you. I just think that we could, same way Gmail has a classic input type of file on your message, but if you drag a file over it, it's sort of an Easter egg almost
Yeah.
that you can drop into that.
The other nice thing about Gmail stuff is you can select multiple files from that classic single file selector,
Yeah,
and it'll just magically work.
yeah.
Which, if someone can pull that off, it'd be great. I mean, we just have to... if there was a way to combine the single upload and the multiple upload without losing the simplicity of the single upload, I would be totally for it. And you could even dump the incoming directory and the... what's the other thing in the tab?
The
remote stuff. That could still remain under an advanced little tab button. That'd be better, frankly. But yeah, a little delicate there with keeping it easy for... They just have to constantly kind of step back and like, wait, is this easy if I'm just trying to upload a thumbnail? But yeah, I think that certainly would be time to update that. Go for it. What's next?
Got a question from Here NT, and he asks, has anybody written up a how-to or documentation on working with Composer as a developer that we know of?
Not that I know of.
I know there is some documentation on how to use it as an end user in the Getting Started guide, but I don't know if there's anyone's really gone through the code yet.
Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting too, because there are some developer bits that would be useful there. Like blocks can have custom Composer templates so that they show up in Composer without the overlay. And then they can also have custom Composer. And those can get pretty elaborate, like the file proper that we have in the built-in
Some
block.
stuff that definitely deserves
Yeah.
some discussion. I wonder if anyone's figured that stuff out enough to write the how-to, because that sounds like a tremendous opportunity.
Yeah.
Got a couple of questions that kind of bundle into that Composer one. One from Jordan Lev. Why can you create new pages and edit unsaved drafts in Composer, but not edit existing pages in Composer?
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You have to go to the sitemap.
You go to the sitemap, there's a
Edit.
edit and Composer.
And it has to be a page that is a composable page type.
Yeah, he's got sort of a follow-up question there. So he's noticed there's a lot of over-eager saving of empty drafts. Like, I guess when you start a new post and it's still empty, and you navigate away from your dashboard, it still saves it, regardless of whether there's content in there. Is that sort of intentional, or is that maybe not intentional?
It is intentional. I mean, when you're dealing with a billion different block types, it's hard to know how do you know if a page has been edited? So, I mean, you can, but it wasn't something that was first on our list to fix. And someone said, well, why don't you basically what happens when you click write, you actually make a new unsaved page. Your page is new. it has been made already in your drafts folder. And that's because it's just a million ways easier if we always know that what you're doing on a composer edit screen is editing an existing entity as opposed to perhaps editing one, maybe adding one. It's a whole can of worms. So, it definitely, it's not ideal to have a million untitled drafts in there. Perhaps there is discard at the bottom of there. I suppose that if you hadn't saved one and you navigated away, we could try to discard it, but I don't think it's not easy to do. So we're open to exploring. That was done by expediency.
Yeah, I think the goal that we had was to, one of the requirements of Composer was people are putting their pages in edit mode and like writing for hours on end. That we had never imagined that. concrete5 is very much developed for agencies that were building pixel perfect sites, and so in that model, typically someone's already written the copy in Word somewhere, and you're cutting and pasting, and then you're kind of like, you launch a finished site, and now you're kind of tweaking content as you go. So it's quickie kind of things. And then we realized, oh no, actually people are just kind of building stuff on the fly, and then now people are building more personal sites, and you go watch your wife writing a blog post in TinyMCE in edit mode, you're thinking, oh my god, dude, you're going to lose all that content. So that was one of the requirements of Composer. We would like to have an autosave the way WordPress does. And if you're going to introduce autosave, well, that has to work. It can't be like kind of an autosave sometimes, but we were so worried about garbage collection that we didn't save that draft. Sorry. Yeah. So that's why we erred on that side. And if there's a way to kind of make it take a step back, I think that's cool. But yeah, you definitely want to be careful that you're not that people aren't assuming that things are saving that aren't.
Yeah. Maybe even it's also just like having a discard draft button on the list view that remove the draft
quick cleanup
without reloading the in Ajax, because I have seen if you click write a bunch of times, you will end up, and you're not really thinking it through, like you'll end up with like 3 or 4 untitled drafts after a while, and you're like, oh god damn it, and then you have to navigate to them and discard.
Yeah, there's probably a better way to deal with that initial problem.
Yeah.
But there is the thinking. It's very important that autosave work, and we don't want to overthink it to have it only kind of work.
And the code for only creating a new page on the first time it autosaved, and then versus and having to submit all the blocks that may have changed on that first post was not insignificant. It was much easier to create the page the first time you write it.
There you go.
And perhaps delete it when you discard it.
What else you got?
Got one more from Jordan. Have we thought about putting the Edit in Composer option in the dashboard rather than have it be in the sitemap as an option as it is currently?
You mean like on the toolbar?
Like in the
so
edit
I'm on a page and I click edit, and now I have to choose whether I'm going to edit it right here or edit in Composer. We have thought about that, and we didn't do it.
I think maybe the question is maybe being able to see a list of all your pages created with Composer when you go to the Composer part of the dashboard, and like be able to manage blog posts like that already exist.
I guess that sounds like the sitemap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see maybe some type of partial sitemap view of only show me Composer pages or something. I do agree that like it is a little bit of an Easter egg that you can edit a page in an existing page in Composer from the sitemap. I mean, clearly Jordan didn't know that you could.
Yeah.
I've been reminded of that in the past. But I'm not sure that means that you just create another interface to list all the pages in your site. So that's a little tricky.
Yeah.
Maybe a log from Composer, stuff I've made or something. I don't know.
I mean, there are many options in that page search as well. You could search by the page types you've made Composer.
We could add an option of only Composerable or something. I don't know. It's hard. You don't want to like, just because we decided that, look, here is an opportunity to create some features that other systems have built that people are comfortable with and balance out kind of our in-context editing.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean that everything else that everyone else has done.
It's like, no, they should be stealing our stuff.
Yeah,
because our way is better.
It's easy to get to the page, edit the page.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would almost rather, I could see having to edit this in Composer from a page, but then that's like, well, wait a minute, what? This is confusing.
Yeah.
Can I not edit it right here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think that's one of those, as you become an intermediate or advanced site editor, you learn, much like the onion and its layers, there's more stuff.
That sounds like a great opportunity for a free add-on that could add a button to the toolbar that only showed up on pages that were composerable, and you could install this package, and when you're on your page, it shows a little button in the side and clicks it, it takes you to that draft. That would totally be something you could build from now on.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be, because I don't know, I use Composer on my own site, and I edit stuff from the page once it's published, but there are times when I edit it using the site. I go to the site now, so.
Yeah. Or you can see a block, you can stick it on a page. If admin show me a composer link or something. A lot of ways to solve that. I don't think there's any one easy one in terms of interface decision.
Got one from Adajad. Let's say, why can't one edit the individual blocks added by a composer on the page? But I think that's actually quite doable.
Yep. You can do that.
Yeah.
Page type defaults. There's a composer button on that area.
Wait, what? I don't understand. What was the question again?
How do you edit the individual blocks added by a composer to a page?
You put the page in edit mode and you edit the crap out of it.
Set up, there's composer settings. Lehek asks, would it be possible to set advanced permissions when adding pages via Composer?
Yes, you can actually do that. If you're in advanced permissions, a permissions button shows up on the page in question, or in the draft as you're actually working with them.
And how about timed release?
That's part of it, because that was a use case that people actually had. They're like, I want to be able to create this blog, but I don't want to publish it and then edit it, like edit the permissions. I want to actually set those time release permissions prior to.
Okay. You know it won't go live until your embargo date, even before you get published.
So that is already done. It's there.
It's there.
You should probably check that. I don't know that works.
All right, question from Ollie Phillips. How are those votes going to work in the PRB? As issues get addressed, will reviewers need to vote again or cancel votes?
They just stack up.
So if you voted against, so this question came from this morning. So if I say, look, this has horrible documentation, and then a week later, or a day later, because everything's faster now.
Yeah,
they're like, dude, I wrote 20,000
I
words.
rescind my vote.
So can I now go back and vote? Documentation looks good.
No, I don't know. You can't. You're
Okay.
good, but
But someone else
can.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might want to rethink that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm deciding something, this sucks, then it's pretty likely that I might want to come back and be like, oh yeah, I did a good job. Now I'm plus for it.
Yeah.
So that might be
Yeah,
a
that's the thing.
feature improvement that we think about.
It might be.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
All right, got a question from Strider SEO. We mentioned that 5521 is the stable release that will hold for the summer. Is e-commerce in a similar stable place, or are we expecting to add new features and other good stuff in the near future?
Well, I've got this single page checkout done, so I'll get that out there for you. I don't know the answer to that one.
I am kind of hands off on e-commerce.
Yeah, I know that I hear about
We've been
some of the
fixing
devs
bugs
working
on it,
on
yeah.
fixing bugs, so it wouldn't shock me if a version release happened in the not too distant future. Nothing dramatic, just bug fixes, that kind of thing.
He needs to upgrade some client sites, so what do you think about that? Should he hit 5521 up right now and get e-commerce up to the latest?
Yeah, I would. That seems wise.
Sounds like a good plan to me. That's what I'd recommend if I was doing
Matt
support.
recommend. He knows more about this than
Yeah.
Andy and I.
Yeah.
Cool. Question from AG House H. I'm gonna butcher that screen name too. What is your stance on alternate shirt designs? I'd love a C5 shirt, but I'm not a huge fan of the current ones. Oh, what do you want to see in them?
It's a good question, Matt.
That's a good question.
You want like a cake top or a...
2 hands.
2 hands over the chest.
We had an alternate shirt
Guns.
design at one point. Where did that one go? Do I have one of the dudes? It was a little complex, but you know, it was cool.
What?
Who's that dude? Well, takes all types.
That's AG House's suggestion.
Yeah.
Only if we can replace the face with Franz's face.
I don't want to be on your chest. That's a bit much. But that's cool. I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll make Robert think about T-shirts.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I should see that. It was kind of fun. See, I would rather you not put my face moving across your chest. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But it's a little weird.
He was gonna put Franz in there, but he couldn't find a good high-res photo.
Something's working right. Okie dokie.
Okay.
What else you got?
Well, Jordan wants a sympathy. Jordan wants a sympathy.
Only if it was both of us.
Yeah.
Hands.
Not those pictures from the totally random intro.
Yeah.
are awesome pictures. Oh.
Okay, we got one more from Wagdy. Is it possible to auto watermark or auto protect images upon upload?
Well, there's the net handler for uploading images, right?
Yeah, you would probably. It is possible, not through the UI or anything, but there is in the core there is a routine that fires every time an image is uploaded, and that's what actually makes the thumbnails. So the little thumbnails you see when you mouse over images, or just the little thumbnails you see in the file manager at all. So what you could do is you could fork that in your local install and add code at the end of it that takes the original image and sticks it, then composites a
Overlays something, whatever you want.
Yeah, you definitely could do that.
Cool.
Well, then.
I think that's all we got for questions right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff. Super good. Next week we'll have all sorts of sweet PRB submissions that we've thought about a little more, that kind of thing. Try to prepare a little bit more next week. But thanks for hanging out this week. It's been informal and fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you next week. And thanks.
See you.
Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Time.